Can you chant the Mangalacharm prayers, Prabhu?
Okay, Prabhu. But I think I did them yesterday, but it's still fine.
Yes, Prabhu. You are now the chanter.
Should I start?
Yes, Prabhu.
Or you want me to do them out of head? Let me try.
Oh, is it showing? Yeah, it's showing wrong screen.
Oh, yes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshur Onmanitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Gadanti Svapadantikam Vandyaham Shri Guru Shri Yutapara Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sahagana Ragunavitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanam Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalitam Shri Vitam Kampitam Scha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radakanta Namastute Tap tap kanchana gaurange radhe vrindavaneshware Risabhanu sutta devi pranamari hari pre vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhu vaivacha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Shatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Haribo. Thank you so much.
Haribo, Haribo.
Hare Krishna, Jordan Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Zero Prabhu. Dandar Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu is Jordan from Canada, ne?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna
Haribo,
Prabhu,
I
please
think.
accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Haribo, Prabhu. I think I'm gonna
Yes,
join him soon, Canada.
Oh,
Prabhu, you
you're
want to come to Canada?
Haribo.
Yes, I
When you
wanna
going,
come to
Prabhu?
Canada. I'm still deciding actually, but
Yes,
as
Prabhu.
soon
Soon it's
I
gonna
think
be
actually
summer
soon.
there.
Oh yes, that's what I
Right,
even saw.
right now it's very cold though.
Yes,
A
Prabhu.
couple
But
of days
few
ago
months
was
Yeah,
and it's
less.
summer.
That's true.
I'm actually afraid of this winter, Prabhu, because I saw it's very snowing.
No, the picture I sent was like a record
Yes,
in
Prabhu.
like 100 years or something in
Oh, yes, yes.
down here. So
Oh, are you near the temple, by the way?
they don't have. I don't think they have an official temple yet, but I'm not too far away from the one Nimai Nitai Prabhu told me.
They
He
have
said
like
he was
preaching
gonna
center.
rent.
Yeah, that's the one I'm actually referring to, the
That one there,
Canadian one.
next to the church. Did he tell you about it? Because there's
Yes, yes, yes.
that's the one. Yeah, that one is like it's not too far. Like half an hour I think by like bus and then or I could take because down here we have a metro too, so we could get anywhere super fast with the metro.
Oh,
So
okay, so meaning you might visit a lot.
oh yes, of course in the summer I don't have school. I'll come as much as I can.
Okay, Prabhu. Yeah, because I'm afraid of ice. I've never, we don't actually experience ice
Yes,
in
Prabhu.
South
There won't be
Africa.
ice in summertime. Summer is really nice
Oh,
in
yeah.
countries like this.
It's just from like from December all the way to like February that it might be a bit
Oh,
difficult for you.
okay.
Even November might be a bit cold, but I guess
Okay,
Amala Krishna
Prabhu.
Prabhu is getting used to it too. He's
Yes,
from
Prabhu. He
Oh,
got
yes.
Union.
I wonder how Bactajad is coping, by the way, from the
I
cold.
know. I don't know what happened because where they were staying before, they said they switched places, and I don't know where they're staying at now. I'm kind of worried for them.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yes,
don't know
yes.
also where they. I heard there was something happening and they switched some place, but I don't know where they went also.
I
Oh,
think
they
they had
switched.
troubles with the person they were with before. And then Nectar Prabhu told me that they're at a hotel, so I'm guessing they had some conflict, or I don't know. Well, hopefully they're doing
Yes,
well.
Prabhu. Yeah, there is Krishna has some plan, some new plan.
I think they're at someone else's place too. I'm not too sure of the situation, but
Yes, Prabhu. At least in the morning they have to be really quiet, I noticed. They cannot.
yeah.
Okay, Haribo, we can start the reading.
Haribo.
Right.
I hope I'm not starting, Prabhu.
Today we read the text one. Okay, I can read the Sanskrit.
I think, Prabhu, I think we can start with 0 today.
Is it? Okay. Yes, Prabhu. You can read. Even
think
in
zero,
Sanskrit he can
Prabhu.
read if he wants. Oh, Hare Krishna, Vivek Prabhu and Rahul Prabhu. Dandar Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Stanford Pranam. Please accept number basis of glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare
I
Krishna
chant this
Prabhu,
first
please accept
one
my
and
humble
Zero Prabhu can
obeisances.
read the English ones. Vacho
Yes,
Vegam
Prabhu.
Manasah Krodha Vegam Jihva Vegam Udaro Pashta Vegam Etan Vegan Yo Vishaheta Dira Sarvam Api Mam Pritivim Sasishyat. Okay, Zero Prabhu, if you are free, you can read from this part.
Pa, pa.
Boy, Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Haribol.
Haribo.
Vaga, Vaga of peace, Vega, age, Manasa of the mind, Kuri, Kuda of anger, Vaga, age, Jiva of the tongue, Vagam is Udara, Upasa of the belly and genitals. Vegam is Satan, is Vegam, these are right. Savam all, Api certainly. Imam is para divine world, sa that personality, that personality can make examples. There's no problem.
Haribol. Okay, translation too.
A sober person who can tolerate the age to speak, the mind's demand, the action of anger, and the ages of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make examples all over the world.
Haribol. Thank you, Prabhu.
Uh,
Okay,
Haribo.
who wants to start the purport?
Yeah, I can go for the purport.
Yes, Prabhu.
I know Prabhu Zero is one of those types. When he reads, he actually dances with his hands, you know.
Oh, my voice was low. Now I got it back. Can you repeat?
I was saying Zero Prabhu, he's one while he reads, he dances with his hands and body. You see, he's those types.
Yes, Prabhu, I do this too. Okay, you can read
In the
from.
Srimad in the Srimad Bhagavatam 6:1-10, Parikshit Maharaj placed a number of intelligent questions before Sukadev Goswami. One of these questions one of these questions was, why do people undergo atonement if they cannot control their senses. For instance, a thief may know perfectly well that he may be arrested for his stealing, and he may actually even see a thief arrested by the police, yet he continues to steal. Experience is gathered by hearing and seeing. Okay, just 1 second. Yes. One who is less intelligent gathers experience by seeing, and one who is more intelligent gathers experience by hearing. Oh, Prabhu, can I repeat that? One who is less intelligent gathers experience by seeing, and one who is more intelligent gathers experience by hearing. I'm still trying to calculate it, hey? By seeing and hearing. But how does it differ, though? When an intelligent person hears from the law books and shastras or scriptures that stealing is not good, and hears that a thief is punished when arrested, he refrains from theft. A less intelligent person may first have to be arrested. Yeah, eh? Arrested and punished for stealing to learn to stop stealing. However, a rascal, a fool, a foolish man may have the experience of both. Huh. Yeah, I like this statement, Prabhu. I can go down, Prabhu. Hearing and seeing and may even be punished, but still he continues to steal, even if such a person attains to and is punished by the government. He will again commit theft as soon as he comes out of jail. If punishment in jail is considered atonement, what is the benefit of such atonement? Thus Parikshit Maharaj inquires. Drishta Shruta Bayam Yat Papam Janan Api Atmano Hitam Karoti Buyo Viva Saha Prayaschitam Ato Katam. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.19. Kvachin Nirvartate Badarat Kvachi. Yeah. Hi, Prabhu. You see the Sanskrit, it's not make sure. Kvachit Charati Tat Punaha Prayaschitam Ato Paratam Manye Kunjara Sauchavad. Prabhu, can you sing it? Or should we leave it?
Kvachinnivartate badrat, kvachicharati tatpuna, prayaschittam mato partam, manye kunjara sauchavad.
Yeah, ne? He compared attainment to an elephant's bathing. The elephants may take a very nice bath in the river, but as soon as it comes on the bank, it throws dirt all over its body. What then is the value of its bathing? Similarly, yes, Prabhu, you can go down. Many spiritual practitioners chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and at the same time commit many forbidden things, thinking that the chanting will counteract the offenses. Of the 10 types of offenses one can commit while chanting the holy name of the Lord. Yo, Prabhu, this is like going to the gym and eating junk, but then you want to get slim and everything, but then after the gym, you just eat junk. There won't be progress. Of the 10 types of offenses one can commit while chanting the holy name of the Lord, this offense is called Namno Balad Yasyahi Papa Buddhi, committing sinful activities on the strength of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Similarly, certain Christians go to church to confess their sins. I like this chapter, Prabhu. Thinking that confessing their sins before a priest and performing some penance will relieve them from the results of their weekly sins. As soon as Saturday is over and Sunday comes, they again begin their sinful activities, expecting to be forgiven the next Saturday. This kind of prayaschita or attainment is condemned by Parikshit Maharaj, the most intelligent king of his time. Sukadev Goswami, equally intelligent as befitting the spiritual master of Maharaj Parikshit, answered the king and confirmed that his statement concerning attainment was correct. A sinful activity cannot be counteracted by a pious activity. Thus, real prayaschita, attainment, is the awakening of our dormant Krishna consciousness. Real attainment involves coming to real knowledge, and for this, there is a standard process. When one follows a regulated, hygienic process, he does not fall sick. A human being is meant to be trained according to certain principles to revive his original knowledge. Such a methodical, life is described as tapasya. One can be gradually elevated to the standard of real knowledge or Krishna consciousness by practicing austerity and celibacy. Brahmacharya by controlling the mind, by controlling the senses, by giving up one's possessions in charity, by being avowedly truthful, by keeping clean, and by practicing yoga asana. Ooh, I lost my place now, Prabhu. Oh, yoga asanas. However, if one is fortunate enough to get the association of a pure devotee, he can easily suppress all the practices for controlling the mind by the mystic yoga processes, simply by following the regulative principles of Krishna consciousness, refraining from illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling, and by engaging in the service of the Supreme Lord under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master. This is easy process in being recommended by Srila Rupa Goswami. Somewhere I'm guilty here. First, one must control his speaking power. First, one must control his speaking power. Every one of us has the power of speech. As soon as we get an opportunity, we begin to speak. If we do not speak about Krishna consciousness, we speak about all sorts of nonsense. A toad in a field speaks by croaking, and similarly, everyone who has a tongue wants to speak, even if all he has to say is nonsense. The croaking of the toad, however, simply invites. Yes, the snake, please come here and eat me. Nonetheless, although it is inviting death, the toad goes on croaking. The talking of materialistic men and impersonalist Mayavadi philosophers may be compared to the croaking of frogs. They are always speaking nonsense and thus inviting death to catch them. Controlling speech, however, does not mean self-imposed silence, the external process of mauna. As Mayavadi philosophers think, silence may appear helpful, but Prabhu, sometimes I think it's helpful because sometimes we forget, if you get the time to speak, you can speak a lot of rubbish.
Yes, Prabhu.
Silence may appear helpful for some time, but ultimately it proves a failure. The meaning of controlled speech conveyed by Srila Rupa Goswami advocates the positive process of Krishna Kata, engaging the speech process in glorifying. And Prabhu, sometimes when you try to tell other people, like let's say you are with people who don't know about Krishna consciousness, even if you tell them, there is a possibility that they might blaspheme. You see? Krishna Kata, engaging the speaking process in glorifying the Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna. The tongue can thus glorify the name, form, qualities, and pastimes of the Lord. The preacher of Krishna Kata is always beyond the clutches of death. This is the significance of controlling the urge to speak, the restlessness or fickleness of the mind. Mano Vega is it Mano? Mano Vega is controlled when one can fix his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. The Chaitanya Chamrita Madhya 22-31 says, Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Anhankara. Is it Andankara? Yahan Krishna Tatan Nahi Mayara Adhikara Adhikara. Krishna is just like the sun and Maya is just like darkness. If the sun is present, there is no question of darkness. You remember, Prabhu, that thing that we were saying, it's like time is divided into four. Like Kali Yoga, Satya Yoga. You remember, Prabhu? Semi Prabhu. Yeah, go up, Prabhu. Similarly, if Krishna is present in the mind, there is no yes. Similarly, if Krishna is present in the mind, there is no possibility of the mind being agitated by Maya's influence. The yogic process of negating all material thoughts will not help. To try to create a vacuum in the mind is artificial. The vacuum will not remain. However, if one always thinks of Krishna and how to serve Krishna best, one's mind will naturally be controlled. Similarly, anger can be controlled. We cannot stop anger altogether. But if we simply become angry with those who, yes, you can go down. Those who blaspheme the Lord or the devotees of the Lord, we control our anger in Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became angry with the miscreant brothers Jagai and Madai, who blasphemed and struck Nityananda Prabhu in his Sikshastaka. Lord Chaitanya wrote, Trinad api sunichena taro api saheshnuna. One should be humbler than the grass and more tolerant than the tree. One may then ask why the Lord exhibited his anger. The point is that one should be ready to tolerate all insults to one's own self. But when Krishna or his pure devotees is blasphemed, a genuine devotee becomes angry and acts like fire against the offenders. Krodha, anger, cannot be stopped, but it can be applied rightly. It was in anger that Hanuman set fire to Lanka, but he is worshipped as the greatest devotees of the Lord Ramachandra. This means that he utilized his anger in the correct way. Yes, go down, Prabhu. In the right way. Arjuna serves another example. He was not willing to fight, but Krishna incited his anger. You must fight. To fight without anger is not possible. Anger is controlled, however, when utilized in the service of the Lord. As for the urges of the tongue, we all experience that the tongue wants to eat palatable dishes generally. We should not allow the tongue to eat according to its choice, but should control the tongue by supplying prasad. The devotee's attitude is that he will not only when he will eat only when Krishna gives him prasad. That is the way to control the edge of the tongue. One should take prasad at scheduled times and should not eat in restaurants or sweet meat shops simply to satisfy the worms of the tongue or belly. If we stick to the principle of taking only prasad, the edge of the belly and tongue can be controlled. In a similar manner, the urges of the gentles, the sex impulse can be controlled when not used unnecessarily. The gentles should be used to beget a Krishna conscious child, otherwise they should not be used. The Krishna conscious movement encourages marriage not for the satisfaction of the gentles, but for the begetting of Krishna conscious children. As soon as the children are a little grown up, they are sent to our Gurukula school, where they are trained to speak, behave. Yes, you can go down, Prabhu. Trained to become fully Krishna conscious devotees. Many such Krishna conscious children are required, and one who is capable of bringing forth Krishna conscious offspring is allowed to utilize his gentles. When one is fully practiced in the methods of Krishna consciousness, control, he he can become qualified to be a bona fide spiritual master. In his Anuvriti explanation of Upadesamrita, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura writes that our material identification creates three kinds of urges: the urges to speak, the urges or the urge or demands of the mind, and the demands of the body. When a living entity falls victim, I can go up, Prabhu. I just wanted to read it. It's kind of disturbing me. Oh, when the living entity falls victims to these three types of urges, his life becomes inauspicious. One who practices resisting these demands, our urges, is called tapasvi, or one who practices austerities. By such tapasya, one can overcome victimization by the material energy, the external potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When we refer to the urge to speak, we refer to useless talking, such as that of the impersonal Mayavadi philosophers, or of persons engaged in fruitive activities, technically called karmakanda, or of materialistic people who simply want to enjoy life without restriction. All such talks or literatures are practical exhibitions of the urge to speak. Many people are talking nonsensically and writing. Yes, Prabhu. Nonsensical and writing volumes of useless books, and all this is the result of the urge to speak. To counteract this tendency, we have to divert our talking to the subject of Krishna. This is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam 1, 5, 10 to 11. Nayad vachas kiritra padam harir yaso Jagad pavitram paragranita karchit karhichit tadvayasam tirtam usanti manasa na yatra hamsa niramanti usikshaya. Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Since the all perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. Tadvak visagra janataga viplavo yasmin prati slokam abadavan the above abada avati api namani anantasya yaso nikitani yat Shrinvanti Gayanti Granati Sadahava. Sanskrit, ne Prabhu. SB 51511. On the other hand, that literature which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc., of the unlimited Supreme Lord is a different creation, full of transcendental words directed towards bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are roughly honest. Thoroughly honest, yeah? The conclusion is that only when we talk about devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead can we refrain from useless, nonsensical talk. We should always endeavor to use our speaking power solely for the pure purpose of realizing Krishna consciousness. As for the agitations of the blinkering mind, they are divided into two divisions. The first is called Avirodaha Priti, or unrestricted attachment, and the others is called Viroda Yukta, Krodaha, anger rising from frustration, adherence to the philosophy of the Mayavadis, belief in the fruitive results of the Karmavadis, and belief in plans based on materialistic desires are called Avirodaha, Priti, Gyanis, Karmis, and materialistic plan makers generally attract the attention of conditioned souls. But when the materialist cannot fulfill their plans and when the devices are frustrated, they become angry. Frustration of material desires produces anger. Similarly, the demands of the body can be divided into three categories: the demands of the tongue, the belly, and the genitals. Where is it now? Yeah. The genitals. One may observe that these three senses are physically situated in a straight line as far as the body is concerned, and that the bodily demands begin with the tongue. If one can restrain the demands of the tongue by limiting its activities to the eating of prasad, the urges of the belly and the genitals can automatically be controlled. In this connection, Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, Sharira avidya jala jadendriya tahe kala jive pele vishayam sagare tare madye jiva ati lobamaya sudi sudura sudurmati takeje takata hina samsare Krishna bada dayamaya karibare jihiva jayam zva prasada anadila bahi sei anamrita kaho radha Krishna guno gao premedaka chaitanya nitai. This one is long here. Oh Lord, this material body is a lump of ignorance, and the senses are a network of paths leading to death. Somehow or other, we have fallen into the ocean of material sense enjoyment, and of all the senses, the tongue is the most voracious and uncontrollable. It is very difficult to conquer the tongue in this way, but you, dear Krishna, are very kind to us. You have sent this nice prasad to help us conquer the tongue. Therefore, let us take this prasad to our full. Yes, Prabhu. To our full satisfaction and glorify your lordship. Shri Shri Radha and Krishna, and in love call for the help of Lord Chaitanya and Prabhu Nityananda. There are 6 kinds of rasas, taste, and if one is agitated by any one of them, he becomes controlled by the urges of the tongue. Some persons are attracted to the eating of meat, fish, crabs, eggs, and other things produced by semina and blood and eaten in the form of dead bodies. Others are attracted by eating vegetables, creepers, spinach, or milk products, but all for the satisfaction of the tongue's demands. Such eating for sense gratification, including the use of extra quantities of spices like chili and tamarind. Is it tamarind? It is to be given by Krishna conscious persons. The use of pen, hari taki, betel nuts, various spices used in pen making, tobacco. How? Can you cook tobacco, Prabhu? I did not know that. LSD, marijuana, opium, liquor, coffee, and tea is indulged in to fulfill illicit demands. We can practice accepting only remnants of food offered. Semi Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhu.
like, have you seen a tobacco tree? Oh, I don't know what is it. What?
It's not growing here, but I've seen picture.
Oh,
No, Prabhu,
wow.
in our country, it is like which
I was in my place. They will grow. This is famous in
No,
my place.
because I only know the
They will grow.
marijuana tree.
Mm. It is
I don't
not
know
a
the
tree.
other.
It comes like leaves. Leaves. It comes like leaves.
Oh, leaves.
Uh, uh,
Okay. I thought it was like maybe wood. I thought
no,
like
no, no,
tobacco was wood.
no, no.
Oh, okay, Prabhu.
They will dry. They will dry in some cage fire, and they will what to say? They
Oh,
will
yes.
powder like that.
Oh, so LSD is the same thing as like tobacco and marijuana. Like, yeah, can I continue? Only remnants of food offered. To Krishna, it is possible to get free from Maya victimization. Vegetables, grains, fruit, milk, products, and water are proper foods to offer to the Lord. As Lord Krishna himself prescribes, however, if one accepts prasad only because of its palatable taste and thus eats too much, he also falls prey to trying to satisfy the demands of the tongue. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us to avoid very palatable dishes even while eating prasad. If we offer palatable dishes to the deity with the intention of eating such nice food, we are involved in trying to satisfy the demands of the tongue. If we accept the invitation of a rich man with the idea of receiving palatable food, we are also trying to satisfy the demands of the tongue. In Chaitanya Chamrita Antya 6.227, it is stated, Jihi Jihivara lalasye yei iti uti dahaya sisnodara parayanya Krishna nahipaya. That person who runs here and this seeking to gratify his palate and who is always attached to the desires of his stomach and genitals is unable to attain Krishna. As stated before, the tongue, belly, and genitals are all situated in a straight line and they fall in the same category. Lord Chaitanya has said, Bala na kaibe, ara bala na paribe. Do not dress luxuriously and do not eat delicious foodstuffs. CC Adnyanta 6236. You hear Semi Prabhu
Yes, Prabhu.
about luxurious dresses. It
Yes, Prabhu.
reminds me of those shoes, those beautiful shoes of yours.
Oh, they're cheap, ugly shoes, Prabhu. They're not real shoes.
Ah,
They some cheap plastic material.
not really, not really, eh? Those who suffer from diseases of the stomach must be unable to control the edges of the belly, at least according to this analysis. When we desire to eat more than necessary, we automatically create many inconveniences in life. However, if we observe fasting days like Ekadeshi and Janmastami, we can retain the demands of the belly. Semi Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhu.
do you remember I've asked Prabhu that I was losing weight after leaving meat, ne?
Yes, Prabhu. So what happened?
And he told me to eat more. I'm actually gaining weight
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that can happen too.
at a fast speed, Prabhu. Like I did not expect it to happen so fast.
Yes, Prabhu. But
Now I have to eat,
good that you get weight.
but then my body's becoming heavy now.
Yes, Prabhu. You can get some books and go do book distribution, walking.
Yeah, but then I failed to find them here because I tried to buy them at Krishna Book. My things are still in the post office because they want 1,600 for me to get them.
Yes, Prabhu. That's expensive. Sounds like.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. So I need to find another platform.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, we need to find a way to get them to South Africa.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, we have two more pages.
Two more pages. And I like this number one, Prabhu. It actually explains
Yes,
the,
Prabhu.
the,
This is the
the
important one.
Should I start there on top, or where was I?
Yes, Prabhu, the blue one.
Okay, as far as the urges of the Gentiles are concerned, there are two proper or an improper or illegal and illicit sex. When a man is properly mature, he can marry according to the rules and regulations of the Shastras and use his genitals for begetting nice children. That is legal and religious. Otherwise, he may adopt many artificial means to satisfy the demands of the Gentiles, and he may not use any restraint when one indulges in illicit sex life as defined by the Shastras, either by thinking, planning, talking about, or actually having sexual intercourse, or by satisfying the Gentiles by artificial means, he is caught in the clutches of Maya. These instructions apply not only to householders, but also to Tyagis. What are Tyagis, Prabhu? Or those who are in the renounced order of life. In his book, Prema Vivarta, chapter 7, Sri Jagannath, is it Jagannath or Jagananda Pandita says, Vairagi by Gramaya Kata na Sunibe Kane Gramya Varda na Kaibe Yabe Milibe Anye. That sounds like Sutru. Milibe. Two, such Sanskrit. Svapane o na kara bahi stri sambasana grihe stri chadia bai asya cha vane yadi chaha pranaya rakite gaurangera. That's Gaurangi, ne Prabhu? Sane chota harida senar kata take yena mane balana kaibe arabala na paribe hirdayete Radha Krishna Sarvada Sevibe. My dear brothers, you are in the renounced orders of life and should not listen to talk about ordinary worldly things, nor should you talk about worldly things. When you meet with others, do not think of women even in dreams. How do you control the dream, Prabhu? You have accepted the renounced order of life with a vow that forbids you to associate with women. If you wish to associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you must always remember the incident of Chota Haridas and how he was rejected by the Lord. Do not eat luxurious dishes or dress in fine garments, but always remain humble and serve the Lordship. Prabhu, is it the one who committed suicide because the Lord rejected him?
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, now I remember. Do not eat luxurious dish or dress in fine garments, but always remain humble and serve the Lordship. Shri Shri Radha Krishna in your heart of hearts. The conclusion is that one who can control these 6 items, speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, and genitals, is to be called as Swami or Goswami. Swami means master, and Goswami means master of the go or senses. When is it the one who controls the? Isn't it the one who controls the tongue, Prabhu? Like the senses of the tongue, something like that.
Which part?
Sorry, Prabhu.
Which part?
Like the Goswami.
Oh yeah,
Isn't it
the master of the senses?
One? Oh. When one accepts the renounced order of life, he automatically assumes the title of Swami. This does not mean that he is the master of his family, community, or society. He must be master of his senses. Unless one is master of his senses, he should not be called Goswami, but Godasa, the servant of the senses. following in the footsteps of the Goswamis of the Vrindavanam. All Swamis and Goswamis should fully engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, as opposed to this, the Godasa engages in the service of the senses or in the service of the material world. They have no other engagement. Prahlad Maharaj has further described the Godasa as Adanta Go, which refers to one whose senses are not controlled, and Adanta Go cannot become a servant of Krishna. In Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.8, Prahlad Maharaj has said, so Prabhu Mini Matirna Krishna Parataha Svatova Mito Bipadye Bi Bihipadayeta Graha Vratanam Adanta Gobir Visatam Tam Misaram Punaha Punas Charvita Charvananam. For those who have decided to continue their existence in this material world for the gratification of the senses, there is no chance of becoming Krishna conscious, not by personal endeavor, by instruction from others, or by joint. Prabhu, you said this is the last 2 pages. Seems as if we are going and going.
Sending here, Prabhu. Did you read it?
Oh, phew. No. Conferences, is it by joint conferences? They are dragged by the unbridled senses into the darkest region of ignorance. Thus, they madly engage in what is called chewing and the chewed. That's a nice sloka.
Haribo. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yeah, I thought he said he
Thank
was.
you, Prabhu.
Okay, tomorrow we continue from the part 2.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay,
Ribhu,
good.
thank you so much. Ribhu.
Did that.
Thank you so much, Lebam Prabhu, for reading. It was very nice.
Prabhu. Okay,
Thank you, Prabhu.
Arjanam Bhavamaha Davagninirvapanam Shreyah Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamritasvadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam.
Okay, you can go, Prabhu. You can go.
No, you can go, Prabhu. You can go. No, continue.
Namna Madani Buddha Nija Sarva Shakti Statrar Pitan Yamita Smarani Nakalaha Eta Trishi Tova Kripan Bhagavan Mama Pi Durdai Vamet Risham
The peace from Chino, the road, peace, Mamania.
Na danam, na janam, na shundarim kavitam va jagad isha kame mam janmanishvare bhavatad bhaktir ahetuki svai.
Ainanda Tanujakin Karam Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddho Kripaya Tavapada Pankaja Stitaduli Sadrisham Vichintaya.
Nenam Galadashrudaraya Vadanam Gadgada Rudaya Gira Pulakarnichitam Vapuh Kada Tavanama Grihane Bhavishyati.
Ashlishya va pada ratam pinashtu mam adarshanan marma hatam karotu vayata tata va vidadatu lampato matprana natas tu sa eva naparaha.
Haribol.
Yo, Prabhu, Vivek reads with the speed of light.
Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
Wait, Prabhu, did we read the 9th one?
No, usually it's not read, Prabhu.
Oh, okay.
It's like extra.
Okay. Oh
Oh,
my
it
Lord,
actually
your
tells you
whole
about the.
Oh my Lord,
Yeah, can
your
continue.
holy Oh my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names, like Krishna and Govinda. And these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energy. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
Aribu. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respects to others in such a state of mind. One can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth.
O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, and somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet.
Oh my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name?
O Govinda, feeling your separations, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handle me roughly by his twin praises, or make me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally.
Haribol, Sri
If
Siksastakam Ki
anyone
Jai.
resides
To bless him, the devotees who've dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the. Yeah? To bless him, the devotees. Ah, Prabhu, don't show me. Yeah, but it's fine. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Consider the names of the demigods like Lord Vishnu or Lord Shiva to be independent or equal with the name of the Lord Vishnu.
To disobey the orders of the spiritual master, thinking him as an ordinary person. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Yeah, you can go down, Prabhu. Is it stuck?
To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination.
To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord.
To commit sinful activities in the strength of the holy name.
To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda.
Where is Zero, Prabhu?
destroy a faithless person about the glories of the holy name.
To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claim to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha
Kalpatarubhyascha
Kripa
kripa sindhubhyaiva cha
Vancha
patitanam
kalpat.
pavebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananda Gurudeva
I'm sure Zero Prabhu is like,
Ki Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Krishna.
I'm
Thank you,
sure
Prabhu, for
Zero
joining.
Prabhu is like,